Johnny and Justin were two simple Imagineers at Disneyland until they dared to ask the question,
Hey, Justin, is Disney diverse?
Well, Johnny, I'm not.
Oh no, we've angered the mouse!
Stormtroopers, run!
Holy crap, it's a gathering of cookies!
Now, from undisclosed locations within the Disney park, Johnny and Justin record a podcast where they seek to answer the question, is the Disney catalog diverse?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to not another episode of Disney+Diversity. Welcome to episode of Plus Diversity, where me and Justin just talk about nerdy stuff that we're into right now. And so, Justin, I don't like you right now. Justin.
That just came out of nowhere. What the fuck?
What? You know why?
Why?
Because that damn giant iguana won, Justin. Iguana won. Spoiler alert. We're going to talk about Godzilla versus Kong. That damn ass lizard.
I mean, dude. What is a king against a god?
I hate
I should have got the other shirt ready.
Oh my God.
I didn't know. I mean,
low key, this reminds me of that meme that I sent you where there's the monkey who gives the lecture to the zoo. He's like, guys, I'm going to try my best, but it's a fucking radioactive dinosaur. And I'm like, yeah, that was pretty much the case. And like, that's the reason why I kept telling people, they're like, why are you cheering for Kong? I'm like, y'all, when you go to Rocky, do you cheer for Apollo? When you go to Rocky, do you cheer for the Russians? No, you cheer for Rocky because he's always the underdog. I'm like, he's a radioactive dinosaur that can go Super Saiyan blast. He can fly to space some fucking how. He literally blew a hole, spoilers, into the goddamn center of the earth. I'm like, Kong was an underdog.
Yeah, sure.
It's like cheering at basketball. It's like when you cheer for the Golden State Warriors when they had Kevin Durant, of course they're gonna fucking beat LeBron. On the team. So of course I'm gonna cheer for Kong here. But what do you think about the movie though? What do you think?
I mean, okay, so I liked it overall. I had a lot of fun with it when Godzilla and Kong are fighting. The Hong Kong fight is amazing. Top to bottom. I just like the way they shot it, I love how the lights of Hong Kong lit Godzilla and Kong so beautifully. I love, for a Toku nerd like me, there are 3 references to the original King Kong versus Godzilla that I was like super stoked about, and I'll break them down right now.
Do it.
Number 1, it's the scene where Kong is being airlifted.
Yeah.
Straight direct ref from the original King Kong versus Godzilla. Number 2, it's the moment. Here's the thing. I know I was Team Kong. I was Team Godzilla. You know that. But there was a moment in the original film that I'm like, I better see Kong do this. It's one of the most iconic moves Kong did in the original movie. I'm like, please let Kong do this. I really want to see it. It's the tree.
Yes, the tree.
And he shoves it down Godzilla's throat.
I'm sorry, Bonsai. I'm sorry, little Bonsai.
So I'm watching the new movie.
Got too hype.
Watching the new movie, watching the bit in Hong Kong. I went, okay. And then I just see Kong with his battle axe and just in Godzilla's mouth. I'm like, yes. Now go get him, Godzilla. But I do love that and then the third one made me laugh. So in the original King Kong versus Godzilla, they decided arbitrarily that Godzilla has a problem with electricity, but King Kong is powered by electricity.
I remember this. It was random. Yeah.
It's random. So I'm watching the new movie, and I won't say when, but let me just say that they find a way to pay homage to that. And I literally I was sitting there thinking about how they're building the scene. You guys,
It was smart. It was smart. We did say spoilers already, so people should know. But
yeah, when Kong looks like he's about ready to die, and he's out, and then like, well, the only way we can do is like we take the ship and we put electric bolts, and I'm sitting there going like, you
well done, well done, well done.
I appreciate you. Thank you for doing that. Was not expecting it.
See, I gotta admit, I love the movie, and like I told you, I cheer for Kong because he's an underdog. I also have this running theory that Kong is an allegory for the black man's experience in America. Whereas, like, you're a king in your own country, you get kidnapped, you're brought here to America, you look at a white woman, and then the police shoot you, and I'm like, yeah, that's how it goes down. That's how it goes down.
That's totally fair. Which I want to point something out. That is definitely like an audience interpretation of that character, because when the original filmmakers who made the original 1933 King Kong, I want to straight up tell you, it's colonial shit, dude. It's not. That's not what they were doing. These are two white filmmakers who were jungle documentarians who made that film, and that's not what they're thinking. But I do love that, like, culture has saw that story and went, there's another way to look at this, and it doesn't make you guys look good.
Exactly. We'll talk about this more when we get to like why do black people love Dragon Ball Z, because literally there's some stuff there too. But I gotta admit, so again, I like this movie. As you said, the fight scenes were amazing. It's really dope. There's a solid storyline going through. I didn't like that part of the plot motivation for like why Kong had to be relocated was that the island got covered in like a giant storm and they committed genocide for a plot device. So I was like, wait, y'all just killed them? I like those people. They were cool.
Yeah, I didn't like that either. That either.
And I was like, that's a lot of minorities you just killed right there for a plot device. But okay, yeah, exactly. It was like, And then, but I will say the fight scenes were like one was outstanding. And again, like after Godzilla beats Kong, I'm like, damn dirty iguana, damn dirty lizard. Mecha Godzilla shows up, and I love the fact that like what you call is like homie from Poster Boy from Atlanta is like right. Robo Godzilla. No, that's Mecha Godzilla. I'm like, gut them all day, y'all. Gut them all day. And I love the fact he just starts whooping Godzilla's ass. Take a Godzilla through buildings, give him the rights and left. I was like, ooh, fuck him up, give him payback for Kong.
So here's the thing, dude. I want to point something out. Technically speaking, yes, Godzilla won the fight between the two. But I'll give credit's due. Who saved the damn day?
It was Kong. And that's another thing about too that I want to bring up. Low key, this is Kong's movie. It may say
Kong's movie. Yeah, Godzilla got top billing, but this is technically more Kong's movie.
Yeah.
Which I have a little issue about. I kind of feel like, well, I was hoping you guys were going to balance it, but
see, I'm a little bit okay with it, and here's the reason why. Because I agree with you. Because usually, like coming from comic books, Stan Lee's always said this: when you have two heroes fight, it should always be like this balance. Yeah. Whereas where they're just going against each other, like no matter what happens, they both come away equal at the end. You could do like Spider-Man versus Galactus. No matter what happens at the end, it's be like Spider-Man almost beat him there with that web in the eye. Like, oh, I guess he did. But with this, the only reason I was okay with it is because like Godzilla has over 30 films. Godzilla has an entire huge fan base. He has animes. He has all this dope stuff. Kong has a fraction of that. And I'm looking like, if you're trying to build this monsterverse and this is your Batman v Superman right here, it's like you low-key got to build Kong up some more. And Kong over Skull Island, low-key dope-ass movie. And so going to this, I'm like, yeah, you don't really need to give Godzilla over with any more credibility. You kind of got to push Kong over, because especially if he's taking that loss, he has to have a lot of positive moments here. So to balance it out.
And also, to be fair, even within these four movies, two of them do star Godzilla.
Yeah.
The two of them are solo Godzilla films.
Exactly.
I have a problem with, sadly, the use of Ren Serizawa, who is supposed. See, he's the Japanese guy who built Mechagodzilla.
Ooh, see, I have some thoughts on this as well. Please go ahead.
I have a problem with this. Number one is that the fact, first off, the actor they play to play him, Sho Naguri, I think is his name. Dope actor in Japan. Love this guy. He is. I found out one year that he starred in three. He was in 3 out of my like 5 favorite J dramas of all time. He shows up a lot. He played Lupin the Third in the live action Lupin the Third film.
I gotta watch that. Keep going.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And then he played the lead. In the Gintama live action film. He started a movie I love called Crow's Zero, where he plays like a badass delinquent high schooler kid. So I love this dude. And I was really psyched when I heard he was cast in the film, and they announced him as Ken Watanabe's son. Now you wouldn't know that though from this movie. No mention of it. no discussion of it.
Mm-mm.
Also, he has like 3 scenes with like what I feel like a couple of lines altogether.
Mm-hmm.
It's I suspect Ren Sirizawa got extremely cut from this final film. And also, hey, that's kind of a mild bad look because you took so much from Japanese characters and culture, and
You know what? I'm your homie. I'm your ally always. And I'm gonna be like, nah, that's a bullshit. That's a real fucked up look. I'm gonna keep it 100. Because like literally, as I'm watching this film, I'm looking out for like Asian characters. Because I'm like, this is Godzilla versus King Kong. Like this needs to like have like a large representation of Asian like Asian cast members in this movie. Because here's the thing: if they ever do Fat Albert versus Cousin Skeeter, 40% of that cast better be fucking black. I'm just saying. And so the thing about this though is that when I was watching this, I was like, okay, so you have Ren, who you talked about, and I'm looking like, why is this brother not talking more? He looks cool as shit. He looks dope as hell. He's driving the mech. Like, I want to see more of him. And then you have the small little girl who communicates with Kong. And then I got a problem with that though, because the sad thing about so the Asian American hate, Stop Asian American Hate movement, which we've both been like talked about and like supporting everything, of course. But the thing about it is, the good things come out of this is a lot of education, a lot of articles about stuff that we don't see. And something that I get educated about was like the role of silent Asian Americans in film, where they always put Asian Americans in these films, but they don't say anything. So when this girl shows up and she doesn't talk, I'm like, yeah, I get it. She's deaf. That's a plot point for like the sign language, but she could just learn sign language. Why are you taking away her voice right here?
Yeah.
With Ren does talk, but then Ren doesn't say anything. He has this like moody, mysterious Asian guy thing. When I'm like, this is bullshit. So low key, I agree with you. Those are my major problems with it, because I was like, I would like to see a lot more race representation right here. Like, go ahead.
Like here's it. Like Alexander Skarsgård, right? Like the scientist guy who was all about Hollow Earth and such, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay. And at first, I want to point out, like Skarsgård, like I'm giving dude credit for actually trying to throw a little bit of weirdness to the character. He could have just played him like a boring scientist character, but he tried to make him a little weird, little like socially awkward. At the end of the day, it's not like a great character, but I saw him like putting some effort to try to make it stand out. But at the same time, I'm like, you could have cast Steven Yeun, like someone like Steven Yeun for that role, like that would have been good. Or someone just like, did that dude have to be, like your standard blonde, white guy? Like that could have been played by Steven Yeun or maybe Danny Pudi, or like
no, exactly. Han, you could play by Han, for example. Han
could have been played by Sung Kang would have been great.
Yeah,
Jason Tobin, who's also great in the Warrior. The lead guy from Warrior, Andrew Koji. Listen, there's a lot of guys you could have put in who would have looked scraggly in a beard. Yep. and handsome when shaved.
Exactly. Who would have that comical thing about him, like, oh, he's a coward, but he's brave towards the anti deal. Yeah. And it could have worked out, because again, that was my major critique of the film, because they do diversity like pretty well in other areas though. And again, this even though this is like plus diversity, of course we're going to talk about this. But again, they have Hope Only from Atlanta right there. So you got your black representation. He's a major plot point. He's intelligent, and again, he's considerably there. Would love to see at least a black woman around, because our black women, again, our queens, like they don't get shown on screen as much. So I would love to see that there a little bit. And then in addition to that, though, we have Latinx representation, and we have that in the guy who's the head of the company, Apex, and his daughter. So that's cool as well. And then we got some sprinkle in there. We got our New Zealand homie there from Deadpool 2.
A Hunt for the Wilder People.
Yeah, exactly. So again, so they do a decent job, but again, it's like, but it's the same. But that's my major critique. Same as you. Again, you have this film that's suited and this comes from Asian American like cinema, from Asian cinema and everything like that. Yo, represent them better. It was kind of
represent better.
So yeah,
absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. So,
but you know what? But hey, Kong versus Godzilla. The actual fights, the tag team at the end.
Woo! Oh wait, Godzilla's like, Kong's about to take him out. Godzilla's on the ground like, oh shit, my arm broke. Help! And he shoots the fire into the axe, and Kong comes down with it. That was dope. That was dope.
And that's something I was hoping for the new one, because in King Kong vs. Godzilla, they just fought. That's it. It's just a boxing match for the whole movie.
Yeah.
But I was sitting there going like, all right, you're gonna do this again. My only hope is that, all right, but this time they didn't do this last time. This time they got tag team, take someone down. And so when the Mecha Godzilla fight happened, get him, both of you get him. Like there's a meme going around. Have you ever seen this where it's like the audio? It's like this monkey and he's like a turtle's over him, and the monkey's like, but why did you save me? And then the turtle's like, monkey. And that's what I think every time I see like the thing at the end where Godzilla atomic breaths the axe one more time so like Kong could like do his thing. And then when Godzilla's walk away, I'm just imagining Kong, Kong going like, "Why did you save me?" And then Godzilla goes, "Monkey."
Oh, that is amazing. That is amazing. And I'm gonna keep it real though. Here's the thing. Like my whole theory is that the only reason why Godzilla won, yeah, he's a radioactive dinosaur who can go to space and blow fucking holes to the center of the Earth, which makes no fucking physics sense. But here's the thing.
I don't even want to figure out the distance between Hollow Earth to Hong Kong, because I'm like, that looked like it was a long trip to get there. Yeah. But once Godzilla burrows an atomic breath down, it felt like it was a 3-minute walk. I don't listen.
Exactly.
But I'm not gonna ask questions. I'm just gonna. I guess I'll let it roll.
I look forward to when they do the next death battle and they bring in the physics of that. I'm like, yeah, Godzilla can't be fucking stopped.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. I will go with this. Always go with this theory. Kong is a protector. Yes. And here's the thing. Kong fights best when he's protected somebody. Had that little deaf girl been in danger, I call it now. Kong would have been on his ass like Batman. He would have been on there throwing conga rings, peering out of nowhere. He's like, I am the knight. Kong would have got him in. But that's the key, though. That's the key.
I agree with you on that. And you say
prize fighter. Godzilla's a prize fighter.
That's true. Okay, that's 100% the case. I agree with that. Actually, I'll go further to reference a reference to something we just talked about on our show. By your standards, Kong is Donald. If you mess with the little one that he's been raising,
you mess with his family. You mess with him. If you haven't seen it, go check out the episode Disney+Diversity. We reviewed DuckTales.
Yes.
Dope episode. It's like our highest rated right now. Thank everybody for that. Okay, but go ahead and wrap this up really quickly. Justin, would you recommend people go see Godzilla vs. King Kong?
I think if you like the other MonsterVerse movies, the Godzilla, Skull Island, King of the Monsters, watch it. If you're happy, listen, this is what you were waiting for, right? Mm-hmm. I think I think it falls a little short in some areas, but if the title match is all you give a shit about, you'll get what you want. Trust me. Mm-hmm. Trust me. You will be rewarded with some beautiful stuff in that, and when they actually get down. Johnny?
Yeah. Same. Here's the thing. I've been a fan. I did not like the first Godzilla. I just didn't like the way they portrayed it. Again, waiting for the monster fight to the very end and teasing it out really annoyed me. The second Godzilla, I was like, you're on the right path. Kong, Skull Island. Wow, fucking amazing. Super dope. Love the movie. Samuel Jackson's the only one man who almost beat a kaiju because he's Samuel motherfucking Jackson.
As it should be, might I add.
Exactly. But I definitely do recommend this film because, again, it is good. And what's dope is it's building upon the world building other films set up. The whole Hollow Earth theory, the whole fact that we have aliens, all this stuff that coming down, like these monster alien kaiju and everything. And they're steadily building up this world and adding things to it. I don't want to spoil too much for you can go see it. But there's a point where the Hollow Earth, and they show some stuff was like, yo, there are things bigger than Godzilla and Kong. And I'm like, I want to know what this is about. So again, they're setting up some dope stuff and I'm looking forward to it. So again, check it out. This has been an episode of Plus Diversity, Godzilla vs. Kong. We out.